Hey you lot. Got a rated game in the Caro Khan against somebody rated 1338, and I'm going for my normal trick. This is the von Hennig gambit. Instead of recapturing the pawn, I'm developing my bishop, and I'm hoping that he brings his knight out here. Now, if bishop out here, there are also lines and funny games to be had. You just basically, the idea is you put every bit of pressure you can on f7. That's as much as I know. Okay, and now I can take back with the knight. I'm not firing on all cylinders today at all, I can tell. Played a couple of blitz games. Clearly not doing all that well. Okay, so we've got castles is a very obvious move, bringing the bishop out maybe here. I think castles. So now my rook is lined up against that. Okay, he's moved his bishop to here. Now, bishop takes f7 check, king takes this, and we are on, are we not? This is the thing, pinned knight, pinned on your queen, bishop looking at Freddy. Now to here, king has to move. Now I take the bishop, if knight recaptures I win back, so I haven't won any material here, and this is actually a variation on the typical trap. Okay, so now take the bishop. Okay, and that just blunders your queen. Actually missed a hung queen already this morning. Oh, he's fighting on. We have action. Now, is this mate in two? No, because he's got knight here. But then I take, okay, look, check. Because he's only got pawn push there, or knight to there. I take the knight. If he takes back, I think it's just mate. Can't see any way around it. Pawn push, mate. Whew. Wow, that was quick. Let's see if he wants a rematch. Okay, rematch. We are on. Oh, the Reti. Oh, yo. Okay, right. I'm just going to mirror what you do. And now I can't do this, so I'm going to mirror what you do. Alright, so now, what does this look like? Certainly this pawn is defended. I can defend with this. Why not? Gives my queen options here. Let's develop the bish. So this is now a Slav 3 knights variation. So the Slav is like the Queen's Gambit, but it's declined with c6 instead of e6. So this is a Slav structure. This one with, I think it's a semi-Slav. Alright, now he's having a poke at my knight, my bishop. My knight can come in and defend. I'm going to allow him to do that. My queen will come up to here, possibly. But then, in fact, if this knight moves, my queen can come out. Oh, hello. Ah. Right, I fancy saving the bishop. Here or here. Stick it here, gives me more control over e4. Takes, I've got queen takes. That seems alright. Could bring my bishop out to here. Can't take the knight, of course, because then after pawn takes, I've got a pin piece attacked by a pawn. You don't want that. Now, knight bd7. How do we feel about that idea? That's one idea. That's another idea. Hang on, there. I can't take him again. Yeah, let's get this bishop out of there. I don't like this bishop. It offends me. Oh! Now if queen takes, am I leaving myself open? No, I'm not. Alright, now this is looking okay. I'm quite interested in this idea now. Okay, we have two options to retake. That is a possibility. I take here, queen here. Yeah, so I'm going to take with the e-pawn. Avoid those ideas. Knight d7 is on now. If I let him take takes, that's okay. Do I want to pin this knight or do I want to come here? I think here. I think his king's going to want to go short, and I have an overwhelm on this, so I could win a pawn potentially. My knight definitely wants to go to d7. Should come back here, pin the knight again. Yeah, he breaks the pin. This knight should come out. Just checking what he can do. He can't really come anywhere with a big threat, because I can always just take the bishop, so. He can't attack my queen, not from this pattern. Alright, now. He has quite good control over the dark squares here. So I can't really, you know, there's no kind of obvious checkmate ideas with the queen. Maybe here, takes there. Then I've given up my light squared bishop. Let's just castle the king. Think about using the f-pawn possibly. Just meet that with the same. And prevents any ideas of b4. Okay, queen wants to come out and mix things up over this side of the board. Do you, indeed? I can just push b6, it's defended by the knight. Knight there doesn't work. Rook here is a possibility. b6 then. My opponent's playing quite quick. This bishop has to stay there and defend the knight, because otherwise, if I take, he can only recapture with the g-pawn, which is less than ideal. Especially when I've got a queen in this area, looking down here. A rook lift might not even be a stupid idea. Okay, that's undefended. This knight hasn't really got anywhere good to go, but that does not improve my bishop. So takes. I'm going for it, you know, because I have this with an immediate checkmate threat, and then he's going to have to push a pawn. Okay, does this just improve matters for him though? Let's have a think. Okay, rook f to e8. Think about bringing my rook around. You want that knight, do you? No. attacking this pawn. This hits both that and that. Hang on. Hits the checkmate square, and g6, he just loses his bishop. So I think that is a tactic. Let's see if JC7 spots it. I can't see him not losing material in that case. Ah, now he's defended his bishop. So if I do this, he pushes g6. It hits my queen. Oh, that's annoying. I bring my knight in this way round. Maybe to here or something like that. Okay. Well, it has to be the rook, does it not? The rook is going to be the more useful piece in any attack. Down to 1532 in rapid. What are you doing there? How many times has this queen done this? Anyway, so I can come here. He's got to push either g6 or, sorry, g3 or h3. If g3, I can actually just pin the pawn. Then threaten to sack my bishop. He can't take now because he'd be in check. And now if I was to sack the bishop, now I'm not going to sack a bishop and a rook. No, it just doesn't make any sense at all. Okay, this pawn is still pinned. I think I might just attack this knight. If it comes into this position, I don't know. What is he? He's just messing around with pawns now. Hang on, the knight hangs, yeah? Knight hangs. You take my pawn. I just move my bishop with discovered attack on the queen by the rook. What can be wrong about that? I take your knight. It's got to be winning. I can't. Okay, that's actually defended. That's defended. Defended. This pawn is not defended, but h5, h4. Or I could just calmly stick my queen there and defend this pawn. Why not? Is that the right move? I think it probably is. Stops the f-pawn moving. Stops the king from moving. h5, h4. Eliminate this pawn one way or another. Going for the kill. Always need to be open to your opponent playing a blunder. And don't think yourself out of it. A blunder is a blunder. Now what's that about? He wants to bring his queen round here, does he? What if I do that? I lose my bishop. You're quite right. You're quite right. Glad you were here. Okay, h5 now, and he throws his queen up there. How do we win? I'm +2 right now. I'm actually up a piece for a pawn. So, do I just... Yeah, I think I'm going to do this. And I'm going to... He might be coming there, but that's a bit meh. My bishop actually defends my rook. My rook defends that. The only thing not defended is this, and that's not what he's attacking. What's the point in that? What is the point in that? We have just said the bishop defends the rook. So what are you doing? And what's this now? What's this? Pawn takes, yeah, I've got queen takes, e3 check. And you simply have too much lined up at you, mate. Got bishop takes there. Okay, I need to be conscious that excuse me, bishop needs to defend that. Alright, now careful thought. If takes, pawn takes, queen takes here, it's mate in 2. So he can't. So I'm doing it. Queen still can't take the rook. Last thing I want to do is start getting checked to myself. He says, oh, you won yourself a pawn, look. Right, now you're out of good checks, so... Didn't even see that. But I think it's going to be another very welcome 4 points coming my way at this rate. But usually, anytime I say that, I immediately lose. I don't see how that can happen here. I'm a full bishop up. Got 4 pawns, I've got this extra bishop, which I'm prepared to sacrifice at the drop of a hat. I mean, bang, bang, mate. Don't know what he can do here. Right, pins the rook. Now I can force an exchange here, or I can simply move the bishop with check. So let's say I stick my bishop here for sake of argument, right? He can't go there, or there, has to go in the corner. So bishop moves, king goes in the corner. Okay, let's do it. He's in check now by the rook. Everything else is covered. He has to go in the corner. Now do I just simplify and force a trade of queens? Or is there something better? Now if I could get my queen over here, that would be good. So maybe this. Does he defend with that? Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to simplify. I'm going to trade the queens off. The extra bishop should make mopping up these pawns relatively straightforward. Being a minor piece up in an ending should be winning, and quite honestly, I need the endgame practice. So I'm better at sneaky checkmates than I am at endgame. So this is now pretty much forced. I mean, if he doesn't take my queen, I'm going to take his. Just looking, just hearing a look. Ah, sod it. Okay, now, taking stock. Rook is attacking this undefended pawn. I have a threat of maybe rook h6, rook takes h2. I can take this undefended pawn myself. I can take it with the bishop or the pawn, but probably the bishop. Having said that, that gives me a passer. Don't think I can actually defend that pawn. I'm going to take this, maybe go here with a threat on these two. That will force the rook to here. Okay. Oh, that's a curious one. I'm going to put my rook here. Okay. Or this. And one of them can I block with the bishop? Not sure. Let's try it. Bishop there is quite nice because it shuts off that square. And in fact, that is checkmate, if I can get that in. That's a very sneaky checkmate. Very elegant one there. Right, he wants to come down here. I'm going to let him. I'm going to stick my bishop here. If he wants to come down here with check, I'll just come here, and then he can't check me again. He has to evade. This is the problem with rooks and kings. You get too close, you have to run away. And the problem is that I have mate in 1. So he has to go back to e1. Well, that just, again, blunders a piece. Mate. There you go. Good games. Interesting ones. So, I don't know. What do we say? 1500 versus 1300, about 200 points difference. The blunders to me just stood out. Literally the hung pieces. It was almost like you're playing a bot where every 12 moves they throw in a howler. But that's the way it goes. Anyway, I enjoyed it. I feel like I took it relatively calmly, which is very important. If you're not on top form, then it's important not to rush. Important to slow right down. Be annoyingly slow if you can, as long as you don't get flagged. That's it. 2 games down, 2 wins. I'm happy with that. Thanks for watching. See you later.